Hi, we're using Microsoft Office 365 and we're in the Word program and we want to go ahead and do a VBA program here. So you'll notice that on our top menu it does not say developer anywhere up there. By default, that's the way it comes. And we have to have it say developer in order for us to work with Visual Basic Applications, VBA. So go to File, and then when you have the options showing, and down here I have to, on this version of 365, I have to click More, and then I can get to my options. And then once I go to my options, go to the Customize Ribbon setting there, and that will show us on the main tab section on the right over here that the developer tab is not checked. So we'll check that box. And once we check developer, now we click OK. And if we look back at our program, we're back on Microsoft Word, we see the developer tab is now showing and we can click it. And when we do, one of our options along with macros is we can do Visual Basic. So let me go ahead and click that Visual Basic icon and we start our Visual Basic development. And the first thing to do is put a user form in there. So let's insert a user form, and this is what the person working with the program would see. You know, now we can move things around, and let me put this up here. I'm pushing the mouse button in and just dragging things around here to make them a little bit different. Let me make this a little bit bigger too. I like to have a little bit bigger work area, maybe even a little bit bigger of a form. And now the controls, these are really important. These are the things that the user will see on the form when they run it. So first thing though, I clicked on the user form. Let's change that name, user form 1, in the caption and make it a little bit more, I think, explanatory. So instead of user form 1, the user doesn't want to see that. Let's say hello program. So this is the hello program. Oops. And you could make that bigger if you'd like by changing the font, but that's good enough for right now. Now we want to go ahead and we want to add some things to the form. So I just clicked one time on the form and that brought my control box back. If I have problems with this control box, the toolbox, I can go up here to View and I could get that toolbox by clicking here, Toolbox, because that's where you're going to have all your items that you want to put on the form. So next thing, maybe I'll put a label. When you go over any of these little things here, you'll see a flyout that tells me. If you're looking at a full screen of this, you should be able to see where it says option button, check box, and so forth. And I'm going to go to where the letter A is. That says labels, the flyout. Now I put my cursor on the form and I could draw a little area. And notice it says again caption label 1 by default. Well, let's change that. Let's just say hello. So there's hello. Now when I click the form, it'll say hello, but it's really small. So I click that area again, and I can change the font size by going right underneath the caption to where it tells me font, and let's change that to something a little bit bigger, maybe pretty big. How about that? And you can make it bold and different types of fonts and centered and all that kind of stuff too. And of course, you can move it around by clicking on that area and just dragging it back or and forth or up and down wherever you'd like to have it be. You could also change the colors too. If you want to go to the colors, you go to Font Color, and the trick is it gives you systems colors and also a palette of colors. So I'll go to the palette of colors, and then you can pick your color there. I'll pick about a bright red or orange or whatever that is. That's good. All right, this form won't do anything though until we put some controls on here that'll actually be able to be coded. So I'm going to pick a command button. See where it says command button? Click that and draw that out someplace on there. And now by default it says command button 1. I change the caption right away. All right, the caption is going to go to say end or exit. All right, so when they want to shut the program down, that's where they're going to click. I also would like this, since it's going to be coded, I'd like it to have a pretty standardized name for the computer to recognize it by. So I'm going to go CMD as a prefix for command button, and then capital exit, capital E-X-I-T. All right, so that'll be my name for the computer to recognize of that button. And the user sees just exit. All right, so now the question is, how do I code it? To code something, just double click it. When you double click it, you go to a code window. The computer gives you the first and last line. It starts the subroutine and ends the subroutine, and we need to put in the code. So it's a real simple code to end the program. It's just END. Now when we go ahead and run the program, we could run it by just going to the menu or the icon that's the little arrow, run, and now it's running. This is what the user sees. Hello program, hello, and then when they click the exit button, it exits. Now if I want to go back to the form, I could either click the form or I could go over to where it says View Object, and that'll bring me back to the form. By the way, if you happen to click something twice by accident, like if I click the form twice by accident, it puts me into a code area because it thinks I want to do code when I click twice. And if I do that by accident, just get rid of that. I just erased it, and that'll work out good. And now we're back to where we were. So we run it, hello, and then we could exit. And that's pretty much it. The trick to this, the whole trick, is just to get that developer tab to show. On this top menu ribbon, you want to have the developer tab showing up here. And once you have that, you're all set. When you click Visual Basic, you can make your form and do your coding, and you're all set to go.